Alvin and Optrix. How's your day? Optrix, you're gonna watch the StarCraft tournament stream. Awesome, sounds good, man. That is no problem by me. I hope you enjoy it. Daddy, I've been hurt today. What happened, man? Sup, Death? Hi, guys. Tibet Thai cooking. It's National Donut Day, so it was a must. We had to make donuts. And I'm just gonna grab my book real quick. I've been having a really busy morning. I'll tell you guys about it. There's been some craziness going on. Just that little guy. You're still effed. Worst jet lag of your life yet. Which nation? I'm just gonna guess America on that one. Guess what season started today? Oh, you probably can. Okay, I'll just turn that right off. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it's been kind of nuts in here. Daddy, I'm clicking on your link. What happened? It's always Municipal Donut Day in Flavatown. Okay, so menu today, we're doing a brick grilled chicken. And I know it sounds weird, but this is such a cool way to cook a chicken. And the first time I did this was actually in culinary school in the course that we had in the dining room. So we did lunch service the first year, which is where we did this. And then the second year we did dinner service, which was a little bit more intense. But we served our brick grilled chicken with, I believe it was Caesar salad as well. So kind of an homage to way back when. Grass pollen. Wow, Daddy. That's the worst. Yeah, a lot of people have allergies out here too. And then we're going to make a roasted garlic Caesar salad. So we're going to make the dressing from scratch. I should probably get the garlic roasting sooner than later for that. And we'll just do up a whole head. It's never a bad thing to have roasted garlic on hand. And then maple bacon, Long Johns, and strawberry jelly-filled donuts. It's going to be a bit busy for the stream today, I think, but I kind of mapped out how things should go time-wise, and I think we'll be okay. Fridays usually end up going really well anyways, so I'm pumped. Hello, Mama Reagan. How are you? So timeline, the donuts will take a couple hours to make. You first have to make the dough and then let it proof for an hour until it's doubled. And then you divide it up, let it proof for another half an hour before you fry it. And then they don't take very long to fry. But afterwards, they have to cool for about 15 to 20 minutes before we can either glaze them or fill them. So that will take up most of our time today, which is why I decided to do something just a little bit easier for dinner. So the chicken will take close to 45 minutes to cook is what I'm thinking. It's a whole chicken and we're going to take the backbone out of it, and that's called spatchcocked. And the Caesar salad will take around 45 minutes as well, I think, just because we're going to make croutons, fry off bacon, make the dressing for it. So everything is done from scratch today. Harry, you made it back. Happy you're here, man. Mama, I was wondering, I was like, what happened to Mama? Where did she go? So how are your holidays and where did you go? So ingredients, you want 1 whole chicken, and you can spice this up however you want. I'm going to do a spice mix with smoked paprika, a little bit of granulated garlic, and some dried oregano. You could also marinate this overnight if you so desire. It will taste better, that's for sure. But I did not do that, so we're just gonna do a dry rub first and then let it sit for a couple hours before we go to cook it later. And I think that will work out just fine. And the donut recipe I'm using is from Alton Brown. I like using his recipes. He goes through everything really thoroughly, and that way nothing gets missed or messed up. And then for our Caesar salad, you obviously want some romaine lettuce. I will be using 2 to 3 heads, depending on how much we get out of them. And then Caesar dressing is your typical ingredients. The only thing I'm missing is the anchovies, so boo for that, personally, because I like anchovies in my Caesar dressing. But otherwise, I am going to do a base with a little bit of mayo, some lemon juice, capers, Parmesan cheese, and roasted garlic. And we'll mix that all up. Maybe a little bit of hot sauce and Worcestershire as well. And that will be our Caesar dressing. You were away in a caravan for 5 days with the granddaughter. Fun. Did you guys go camping? Okay, I think that's it for ingredients. All of the other stuff is posted in Discord for the donuts. Sounds good, Tibetai. Thank you. So order of prep. Around 3, we will make the donut dough, let it rest for an hour, and then that gives us some time to do some other stuff. So we'll spatchcock and marinate the chicken after the dough is done. Then we'll make our croutons and the Caesar dressing, maybe. Should get the garlic in pretty soon so we can make the dressing earlier than later. And then we'll make both the strawberry filling and the maple glaze ahead of time as well. At 4 p.m., it will be time to portion the donut dough, and then we have another half an hour after that for it to rest, and we'll do some other stuff. So we'll set up the fryer, which is what is on the stovetop right now. You want it at 365 Fahrenheit. So pretty low temp, honestly, for frying, but I think you need that low temp just so it doesn't turn really dark color before the dough is cooked in the middle. And then after that, we will fry up our bacon strips for the donuts and also the bacon bits. And then by 4:30, we should be frying our donuts and heating the brick up in the oven. So you need to preheat your brick just so it does stay hot. Otherwise, there's no really point to using the brick other than a weight. But I find if you heat up the brick, it helps to cook the chicken a lot more evenly. Dev, not camping. You're bad enough with the flies and spiders. Hilarious. I haven't been camping in a long time, but hoping to get out at some point this summer. I do enjoy being surrounded by nature. And then around 5 o'clock, so 1 hour before the stream ends, we can start cooking the chicken because it will have to rest a little bit as well after we cook it. And then we'll glaze and fill the donuts and plate everything up and taste it. So I think that sounds like a good plan. I also have a batch of cookie dough here that I have to roll out first. So we'll get to that pretty soon. It shouldn't take me more than around 10 minutes to roll them all out. And these are the cookies that I'm baking up for our, I guess, subdivision yard sale tomorrow. So there's like 75 houses that participate in a huge garage sale where we live. So I decided to make up some cookies and hopefully sell them. You big fan. Hello. How's it going? So let's get into a little bit of fun facts before we start. We'll do our Caesar salad first, and then we'll go over a little bit of donut history, and then we're gonna get started. The day has been going by so fast for me. So a Caesar salad is a green salad of romaine lettuce and croutons dressed with lemon juice, olive oil, egg, Worcestershire sauce, anchovies, garlic, Dijon mustard, Parmesan cheese, and black pepper. In its original form, this salad was prepared and served tableside. So they would come to your table, cut up the lettuce, and then make the dressing right in front of you, and then mix everything together and serve it to you, which I think is so awesome. I wish people still did that in like a lot of the restaurants. Can I play Ariel Camacho? I do not do song requests on here. I'm sorry. I'm not a huge fan of the whole copyright thing, and I don't want my audio to get cut out just because we do learn a lot on here, and that would suck if someone missed what they have to do if they want to cook something at home. Hey, Mies, how are you? You were going mad. The site didn't have internet, so you had no Twitch. Yeah, how did you even fall asleep, mama? So, Caesar salad's creation is generally attributed to restaurateur Caesar Cardini, an Italian immigrant who operated restaurants in Mexico and the US. Cardini was living in San Diego, but he was also working in Tijuana, where he avoided the restrictions of prohibition. His daughter Rosa recounted that her father invented the salad when a 4th of July rush depleted the kitchen supplies. Cardini made do with what he had, adding the dramatic flair of the tableside tossing by the chef. You're Mexican? Hey. I'm good, Mies. I'm good. The day has been flying by. I've been busy making cookie dough and balling it to bake up for tomorrow's little bake sale that I'm going to have. You're a terrible sleeper, Mama. I'm sad for you. So a number of Cardini's staff have said that they invented this dish. And then the Hotel Caesars and Caesars Restaurant are still operating in Tijuana today. Julia Child said that she had eaten a Caesar salad at Cardini's restaurant when she was a child in the 1920s. So cool. And then according to Rosa Cardini, so his daughter, the original Caesar salad did not contain pieces of anchovy. The slight anchovy flavor comes from the Worcestershire sauce. I don't know if that's true, because Cardini was opposed to using anchovies in his salad. In the 1970s, Cardini's daughter said that the original recipe included whole lettuce leaves, which were meant to be lifted by the stem and eaten with the fingers. It also had coddled eggs and Italian olive oil. Interesting. So no one really knows who actually invented it then. And apparently it didn't have anchovies, but that's what I have been taught. So I'm going to go with it should always have anchovies. Tipping the alarm. Hey, how's it going? Welcome in. Hey, Steampunk and Bachelor, how are you guys today? We made it through another week. We made it to Friday. It feels good, guys. You're from the Matamoros of Mexico. That's cool. Anchovies taste great anyways. Exactly. Why would you leave that out? Like I said, I'm pretty sad that I don't have any to put into the dressing today, but I'm hoping that the capers and the Parmesan cheese will just give that little bit of extra funk. Cheers to anchovies. Yeah. Typically, I always put anchovies. Okay, on to donuts. So a donut is a type of fried dough confection or a dessert food. The donut is popular in many countries and prepared in various forms as a sweet snack that can be homemade or purchased in bakeries. They're usually deep fried from a floured dough and typically either ring-shaped or a number of shapes without a hole and then often filled. But they can also be ball-shaped, so donut holes, or if you're Canadian, Timbits from Tim Hortons. And then other types of batters can also be used. And on that note, I've used leftover pancake batter and put in the deep fryer, and it makes lovely donuts, just so you guys know. Add fish sauce. Oh, distraction. That's a good one. I should totally do that. I'm going to get it out right now. Thank you for that. I think I have some down here. Otherwise, I just have to run upstairs. Okay, no fish sauce up here. I'll have to run upstairs after and grab it. But that's a really good way to substitute that flavor. You're Girlfriend made soup but gets annoyed that you spend 10 minutes adjusting the seasonings. Then she gets angry because it tastes so much better. Man, you guys gotta just work together. But I'm glad that you spent that long seasoning the soup. And that it actually tasted better and she noticed. Because that's one thing you can't teach is how much salt you need to put into anything when you cook. That's something you just have to learn over time with the amounts that you use. So good for you, Alvin. I'm happy that you spent that long. Because yeah, soups can be a little bit difficult to season to get that balance between like sweet and salty and savory. Hey, Patrick, welcome back. Welcome back, guys. I'm guessing this is a bunch of peeps that are coming from Rafi's stream from yesterday. That makes me super happy. Let's make America great again. Yeah, let's just make the whole world great again. How about that? So the two most common types of donuts are the ring donut and the filled donut, which can be injected with fruit preserves, cream, custard, or other sweet fillings. And then once fried, donuts may also be glazed with a sugar icing, spread with icing, or even chocolate on top. You can also dip them in powdered sugar or sprinkles as well. Let's do a little bit of history. Patience makes perfect. Exactly. Should never rush when you're cooking. Should always put as much love in as possible. You're good at making Mexican soup. I love a good pozole. I will tell you that. So while food resembling donuts has been found at many ancient sites, the earliest origins to the modern donuts are generally traced back to the oily cake. Literally, that's what it's called. It's spelled a lot different, but oily cake, which are Dutch settlers that brought with them to New York or New Amsterdam. These donuts closely resembled later ones, but did not yet have their current ring-sized shape. One of the earliest mentions of donut was in Washington Irving's 1809 book, A History of New York. So cool. You're only 17? That is so good, Soy. It's great to start to learn that stuff earlier on because it'll just get easier as you get older. So, some etymology. So the earliest known recorded usage of the term donut dates to an 1808 short story describing a spread of fire cakes and donuts. Washington Irving's reference to donuts in 1809 in his History of New York is most commonly cited as the first written recording of the term. So 1809, we've had donuts since that time. Irving described balls of sweetened dough fried in hog's fat or pork fat or lard and called donuts oily cakes. Makes sense. I mean, it's cakes that are fried in oil. These nuts, probably called that because of their shape, of their round shape of fried dough, might now be called donut holes. So donut is the traditional spelling and still dominates even in the United States. And that is it. And then today is National Donut Day, celebrated in the US, but I know it's celebrated all over the world because you give somebody a reason to eat a donut and they will be all over that. I mean, I know I am. Okay, and that's it. So we have 9 minutes. Let's crush our cookie dough balling in 9 minutes. And then we will get to making our donut dough. and then on with the rest of the day, which is gonna fly by, I'm sure. So I have a buttload of cookie dough here. Show you guys that. This is gonna make around 50 cookies. And then I also made another kind called Funfetti. So it's just a sugar cookie with sprinkles in it. And then this kind here, I did chocolate chip and also salted caramel chocolate chips in it. And then it's just like a basic chocolate chip cookie dough. That is so good, Beth. Yeah, it's nice to realize that early on. I've never been huge into candy. So maybe that's why I'm like super passionate about healthy cooking and wellness. And then I'm balling these now before I cool the dough, because if you cool the dough, it's gonna be really tough to ball up. So you always want to ball it first and then chill it before you bake it. And then I'm not going to bake these until tomorrow morning. That way they are fresh for everyone coming to the garage sale. 50 cookies for 4 people. Yeah, I'm gonna try and make a little bit of extra dough this weekend. Putting in the work, guys. Probably sell these from like 9 till 2, or if we sell out early, I am so down with that. I just want to see like how this stuff will sell, and I'm gonna make up little business cards to hand out and just get my name out like more locally. I think that will help a lot. Border Patrol Squad. You don't like sweets, but you like chips. I like chippies too. I know for me, like being a pastry chef, I love to like make sweets, but I find that like once I go to eat sweets, I get sick of them super fast. So like I would rather just have like a nice little bite of something just to have a taste rather than having like a huge amount. Plus the food never tastes as good as it does after that first bite. That's something I've come to realize. Hey Steve, how are you? 12 and a half cookies each, yeah. Plus the other ones that are already done up. Give us all of the cookies. You want to make Taco Land? What is that? Exactly, yeah, the smell is so much better. It's so true. See, like I find more joy in baking for people and like having them eat it than me baking for myself and eating it. Like I'd rather have someone else bake me something. I find that way it always tastes better. Does anyone have any awesome plans for the weekend? Is the weather gonna hold up? I haven't even looked at the weather, so I'm gonna hope that it's not crappy out tomorrow. Strawberry and bacon donuts is new to you, Shadow. Maple bacon is, I'm guessing it's definitely like a Canadian thing. But I really wanted to show you guys that today. Actually, I might as well just finish rolling these. So I just portion out the dough and then I just roll it. And that way we can tell that everything is nice and consistent in size. That is the most important thing, because then everything will bake at the same amount of time. You don't want some cookies to be done and some cookies to be underdone because they're too big. You're gonna sell some of your horses. What? You love baking, Elvin? Yes. You had maple bacon donuts at Yankee Stadium. Never again. Why? What did they do to them, Elvin? I'm so surprised that you would say that. And I'm kind of sad as well. Steve, your weather is rainy and cold all weekend? That's the worst. Lemon, you made it. How are you? Yeah, hello, cookies. It tasted terrible. Flaccid, fatty. Ugh. So their fryer was probably like too cold then, their oil. That's the only reason why it would be like super fatty and like soggy like that. Tabatai, it's raining every day there. Oh my goodness. Whereabouts are you located? Busy day as well, Lemon? Yeah, my day has been crazy too. Trying to do a little bit of everything. I think tonight after stream is going to be busy too. I want to make up like a couple posters for the garage sale and some business cards I'm going to print out. And then start baking off some cookies. Because the garage sales tomorrow, it starts at 8 in the morning. And apparently, my parents said last year people were showing up at like 7:30. I'm like, that's insane. Yeah, bad oil at the wrong temp. Exactly, distraction. The worst. It's so true, Shadow. That's never a good thing. You're in Florida. Oh, nice. Yeah, hurricane season. I haven't seen much of the news lately on that, but is it supposed to be a pretty bad season for you guys, or is it gonna be okay? Your brother's holding a garage sale today and tomorrow too. Mom's selling sopes and tamales. Love it. International Chef of Mystery. I love that. And then I was also talking to somebody here. So the place where I live, we have like a huge Facebook group for the whole community. And there's like probably like 21,000 of us in there now. And it's called Meanwhile in Souk. And then the creator of that page, who is local, I messaged him this morning just letting him know that I'm doing this because he like loves seeing all my food and stuff that I cook, but we've never met. So I invited him to come down and meet me and have a cookie if he wanted. And then we started talking about doing a collab. So most of his stuff is on Facebook. And so I said, why don't we hook up his page onto Facebook Live one day, have him come over and we'll cook something, and then I'll still do my thing on Twitch, and I think that would be pretty fun. Start getting some guest stars in on the show. Do I prefer hand-formed over scoop? Is hand-formed more professional? Honestly, Lemon, I just don't have a scoop. My last one broke and I didn't have any time to go into the city today to look for one. So I'm just gonna hand-form them and then ball them up. And then we should be fine. But a scoop would be a lot easier and it would help just with consistency of sizing. But either way works, honestly. I am just doing what I have. Gotta go with the flow sometimes. Hey Vune, how are you? Putting cold water in hot oil, terrifying, first off. Please do not ever do that. It will splash in your face. You've had one storm already. And the season hasn't even started yet. Oh no, well that's not good. Yeah, Alvin, you've seen my show on two opposite ends of the planet. That is super cool. You would need a food sales license, Death? That sucks, man. Yeah, I don't know. Where I live in Souk, people like literally just do whatever they want. It's freaking awesome for me. So everything is like so tight knit here that people would rather just like support each other than try and get each other in trouble. Yoon, yeah. Funniest brick grilled chicken ever. The permit's not that hard to get. Well, that's good, Death. And obviously I'm wearing gloves just for food safety as well. Hey, Dante. How are you? Happy Friday. It's the one and only. There's definitely more Kates than me, but I don't know if any of them can cook like me. You only missed 30 minutes? Yeah, we haven't done anything at all yet. I've just been balling cookie dough. But these aren't gonna be baked on stream. And then this is the last pan. And this one, this is Betty's designated cookie tray. As you can see, it's like immaculate. So I don't need any parchment, which is great. Donuts, yeah, I know. I've had a day. It's a day of baking. And then Sammy went to IKEA this morning in Vancouver. So he left at like 5 in the morning and he's not even back yet because of the ferry. Craziness. I think these are going to be pretty big, but I am down. You love that about recipe comments online. I subbed chicken for cookie dough. Swapped out the bricks for the oven, and the brick chicken totally did not come out right. Yeah, those frickin' reviews that you find sometimes, it's like, what are you talking about? Man, I should just start being one of those, like, review trolls. Food is not worth getting sick. Nope. Definitely know that. Okay. These gloves are so big on me. Large gloves, not my size. Okay, that's it. All the dough is done. We're doing really good. I literally just did not have time to do this before the stream today. Why don't I need parchment on this tray? Well, it is a non-stick tray. And then we use it just solely for cookies, so it never gets scratched or damaged. Yeah, more food for you, Steve. This is your chance, man. View, that's the greatest story ever. Yeah, just staring at the maple syrup. Are you thinking about that Canadian streamer again? Come on, man. Focus. Hey, Omat, how are you? I know my time management was terrible today. But I also didn't realize how difficult it would be to make like triple batches of cookie dough at home without having a massive mixer that I'm used to using in commercial kitchens. So it just took me a little bit longer because I had to mix in a bunch of stuff by hand. Got my little workout, that's for sure. You should have bought cookies or a donut. I know, I'm sorry guys. The munchies are gonna get real on the stream today. You should have come prepared, but you should just know that by now. Song request Ram Ranch for the one and only Omat. Okay, Dunzo. Feel like a cookie monster. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring those over to the other fridge and then we'll make up our donut dough. The donut dough. Why not cake balls to sell? I've never made cake balls, Steve. I feel like they're overrated. You've been eating too many cookies lately. The struggle is real. Cake balls are gross. Yeah, they're definitely overrated. I feel ya on that one. Go, go, go. Gonna try and be a well-oiled machine today. Don't hate on the cake balls. They did nothing wrong. It's true. They tried their best. Cake balls. I don't know if you guys have ever watched the show on Netflix about a dispensary. I totally don't remember what it's called right now. But there was a chick that made edibles and they were called Olivia's Shit Balls. As well oiled as the macaron stream. Oh god. The memories. Well, the good news is I just used up the last of the saran wrap and we had just the perfect amount. Don't bring me back to that, man. I'm scarred for life. You're gonna be in lurk mode? Sounds good, Bune. I'm gonna be right back. 2 minutes. Not even. Okie dokes. Just grabbing the mixer from behind. Everyone chilling. What?
Anything from the store?
You loved that stream. It's true, oh Matt. I have to prove to you guys that I'm not perfect at everything. Steve, don't even call it a macaroon. You want to get beaten? Yeah, nothing. There's always some point where things don't work out. You just gotta power through and do your best. Lemon never. She never messes up. Ever. You're going by Trump's words. She's the most perfect baker ever. What am I doing? I'm just getting my mixer ready to go. Now we're gonna make some dog nuts. Get some donut dough. What's everyone's favorite kind of donut? Boom. Set up. Okay, so we need some milk and shortening in a saucepan, 1.5 cups of milk, and 1/3 of a cup of vegetable shortening. I like where we're going already. Yeah, dog nuts. That's what I used to call them when I would make them at work. And all the servers would be like, what are dog nuts? I was like, donuts. Come on. Any donut with filling is good. So you're a filling guy then, Dante? Is that what you're telling me? Kylie, thanks for the host. There's too many to mention. I am with you, Lemon. Donuts are like my weakness for sure. If there's donuts around, I can not have one. It's very serious business. Oh God, Siri's
What
coming
kind
in.
of businesses are you looking for?
What is going on? Siri, you're not involved in today's stream. Grow up. Quadruple glazed. I'm doing good, Kylie. How are you? Thank you for asking. So 1.5 cups of milk. Probably gonna end up with more donuts than we need, but I am okay with this. Totally okay with this. Back to using our shortening. Getting fat this week. Can you ever have too many donuts? I don't think so. P.S. How much are donuts where you guys are? Because like most of the donut places in Canada, they charge like at least $3 for a donut these days. Which I find insane, honestly. It's like robbery. $3, okay. Well, yeah, we don't really have like a Krispy Kreme or anything, right? And Tim Hortons donuts are no longer delicious since they started like bringing them in frozen and just baking them. They used to fry them though. Keyword used to. Milk in bags. That wasn't milk in a bag. It was actually in a jug. The milk in bags are an East Coast thing. It's $89. Yeah, $3 for one donut. Absolute insanity. But that's never stopped me from buying them. $5 for a pound? What? See, Vancouver is so overrated, guys. Putting that stuff back in the fridge and grabbing the yeast. You've never heard or thought about that in your life? I know, it's robbery. Straight up. So we just want to heat that up a little bit. You pay to live in BC. It's so true. BC stands for bring cash. That's what everyone here says. Next up, we need to sprinkle the yeast over some warm water. So 2 packages of instant yeast, it says, which I'm just going to put in a couple tablespoons of yeast and then 1/3 of a cup of warm water. And then after that, we'll pour in the milk and the shortening that's been warmed. Obviously, you don't want that too warm, otherwise it's going to kill the yeast. But you also don't want that stuff cold because then the yeast won't activate. Boom. That is in. Switch on over. Is it a gourmet donut shop? It is. It is a gourmet donut shop. Like I said, we don't really have those cheap ones here. So you're just stuck paying that much. Move to Alberta or Saskatchewan. Honestly, man, I'm good. I can't. I don't think I could go back there. It's just too cold. No, thank you. Okay, so we sprinkled our yeast. 75 cents for a mom and pop store. Yeah, those are very rare. Actually, there's one store in Vancouver. It's called Duffin's Donuts. But they weren't that good. Like, they just tasted fake. You could tell that their ingredients weren't that good. So I think I would rather pay more for like a really good donut than be stuck eating something that is just like meh. I don't know if you guys feel the same way. So we need 2 eggs out. I'm using duck eggs, so I guess these are going to be a little more eggy than they should be, but I'm okay with that. And then 1/4 cup of sugar and 1.5 teaspoons of salt. You'd rather have 3 donuts over one glorious tasting one? Yeah, you love sweets. It's true. Well, it's good to get everyone's opinions on like why they do what they do. It makes sense, totally. Okay, so the milk is warm. That's all we're really looking for here. I don't think it matters too much if the shortening is not completely melted. So let's pour that in. And then whenever you add dairy or eggs into a dough like this, that's gonna help it be really nice and soft. So that's why donuts have this style of dough. So next up, we'll add our 2 eggs, sugar, salt, nutmeg, and then it says half of the flour. Let's do this. Is it full fat milk? Nope, it's just 2% is what we drink. You're not cheap, you're broke, Steve. I like it. Pretty much where I'm at in life. And I'm okay with it, honestly. So there goes our sugar as well. 1.5 teaspoons of salt. It says a little bit of nutmeg, but I don't think I want to add that in. And then 23 ounces of flour. That's such a weird way to measure out flour. All right, Alton. Meep. And then this recipe, it says it's gonna make 20 to 25 donuts. Who wants donuts? So what's everyone eating today? You guys got some good stuff going on or what? Am I selling donuts too? I wasn't planning on it, Lemon. Was not planning on it at all. Okay, so half of this. It says combine the ingredients on low speed until the flour is incorporated and then turn the speed up to medium, beat until well combined, and add the remaining flour. And then we're gonna mix it until it's really nice and smooth. Nutmeg is amazing though. Maybe add half of it. Oh yeah. I'm feeling super lazy though and I don't want to run upstairs. We have a bunch of stuff to do on stream today. Nothing yet. It's too early to start supper. Well, so you haven't eaten anything else today then? Not sure how this is going to mix up, to be honest. Probably going to help it out a little bit to start. There we go. Fun. What is that thing? This is a mixer. And hello, helicopter. Steve, you don't like my tone? I'm wildin' today. Okay, so we have this head of garlic here that I need to just prep for roasting. I'm just gonna put it in a ramekin like this and cover it with oil. And let's heat our oven to 400. And then we're gonna get that roasting because we need that for our Caesar salad dressing. I have a lot of mixers. It's the same one, it just has a different attachment for making bread doughs. Try and break this shortening up. See, I do want to add vanilla into the dough though. I feel like that's a great option. Okay, so just putting our garlic that's prepped up onto the stovetop there. Let's add our remaining flour. You want to try gnocchi. Is it nice? It's delicious. Probably one of my favorite things to make. It's a little bit time consuming, but I think it's worth it. Dang it, we missed it a little bit. So let's just add a touch of vanilla, because you need to. It's a must. Have you looked at a recipe yet, Helicopter? Let's turn this up. Turns it up on a Friday. I'm gonna put my yeast back in the fridge. Vanilla prices are outrageous. I know that. Like that bottle that I'm using is over $100. But it is the best. Let's just say that. I'm gonna try and scrape this stuff off a little bit. You're trying to conserve yours? That's a good idea. Okay, sweet. Everything is going good. So, next up, we're gonna spatchcock the chicken and rub it down. And then that can just go into the fridge until we're ready to cook it around 5. And then we can start to make our donut glazes and fillings. I should make an amazing emote. Amazing. Just a little old woman in front of a bench. Love it. She made donuts without machinery. Say what? Okay, so we're gonna let this mix until it's really, really shiny and smooth. I'm going to look at the strawberry glaze recipe, or the strawberry jam filling. So I have some frozen strawberries here that I just let defrost, I guess. Go to the freezer. And we need a cup of sugar, some salt, and some lemon juice to mix that with. And then it's just gonna cook on the stove until it's thickened. You had to get there early because quantities are limited. That's where like all the best stuff is. Like, if it sells out, you know it's good. A spatchcock and rub down sounds naughty. It does, Shadow. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh wait, it's Freaky Friday. I guess it's allowed. It's allowed today. Let's get a pot out. I already have quite a few dishes piling up in the sink, or I guess we could do this in a pan. That works too. The dough is getting there. You can see how it's getting more stretchy. It's exactly what you want. So 1 cup of sugar, salt, a cup of sugar sounds like a lot, guys, but that's what's going to help thicken your jam filling. So you actually need all that in there. Yeah, Lemon, you ran today? See, there you go. You're fine then. Go get yourself a donut. Treat yourself. It's Friday. Steve, that does sound naughty. You guys are being naughty. Oh, baby. So the way that I usually test this, hopefully you guys can see, is I just put this spatula here, and if the dough starts to like stretch around and like kind of make a web, then I know it's pretty much good. It's like my easy version of a window test. Is what bakers usually do when they know their bread dough is well mixed. So what we're doing right now is just trying to develop our gluten. And that's going to hold in all of our air bubbles later on and help the dough rise. And I think that is perfect. You see how it just kind of like stretched out and then tore apart a bit? Looks great. So I'm just going to scrape this down. And turn it off. Is there such a thing as overdeveloping the gluten? Probably, Lemon? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I ever have. If anything, it's quite common to underdevelop your gluten. Jerk turkey is really delish. Hey, Fiscal. And yeah, jerk turkey does sound good. Jerk turkey. And our oven is almost ready for our garlic to roast. So see how nice and stretchy that is? That looks great. Super smooth. They're gonna be so fluffy. I'm going to get all the dough off the sides of the bowl. And then we'll just kind of ball this up and then let it proof. I'm just going to do it on the stove top since that is probably the warmest place right now. Looks like it's getting cloudy out and wants to rain. So having it outside or just somewhere in the room, I think it will be too cold for this to rise properly. So that's it, guys. Da 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 da. So you want that to double. Let's switch it back over to just starting to prep up our strawberry filling. And then this needs to go for an hour. So at 4:30 is the next time that we will look at the dough. So next thing I got to put in here is just a little bit of lemon juice, and that also helps with thickening jams, is the citric acid. You love spanking your chicken as you marinate it? Yeah, that's not a new thing. Greetings from Tel Aviv. Welcome in, Kuva. That's so cool. So you don't want too much lemon juice. You also don't want the seeds. So I didn't juice that whole thing. I'm just gonna leave it aside for later. And then we'll use up the rest in our Caesar salad dressing. Dual purpose lemon. And then that we can just put over on the stove top. Thanks, Lemon. Yeah, the dough looks great. I'm a baller. Straight up baller shot collar. Actually, let's do this. Squeezing all the things in here. And I'm gonna do like a medium-high heat to start. I think that works good. I love apricot jam as well. Apricot and strawberry are like my top two jams that I love to eat. You would not call it jam. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then we're gonna get on to making maple glaze. Yum. And my people, the giveaway starts today, just so everyone knows. Okay, there's our oven. So I just made a command called giveaway. If you guys want to post it whenever. There's currently no giveaway running. I'm doing my own stream elements. Get out of here. I wonder how many maple leaves go into the glaze. Love it. You want to win, Lemon? That would be so cool. Steve, there is no giveaway. So you can set up a giveaway through Stream Elements that goes by like points from you viewing my channel, but I wanted to make it really fair for everyone, and I just wanted to do it for my subs because you guys matter to me the most. Not saying that everyone else doesn't matter, but you guys have supported me pretty much since day one. So I would like to treat you guys to that. You just wear, yeah, this would like still protect you. You could totally wear this and be nude under it. Fry up bacon, no problem. It is expensive. They are not cheap to make. Like everything is handmade in Vancouver, from them hammering on the rivets to sewing the straps together to having the embroidery on here. But you left because of the trolls. Okay, so our maple glaze, what it says mix 2 cups of powdered sugar, so icing sugar, with 1/8 of a cup of corn syrup and 1/8 of a cup of maple syrup. I'm not using maple extract for this because I do have really good maple syrup from Sam's parents that they made and sent to us. And then just a pinch of salt. But it says you have to mix it for like 15 to 20 minutes, which I think is insane. An apron might save your skin. Yeah, you won't have all those little burn marks on your belly, oh Matt. Okay, let's put our garlic in so it can start to roast while we're doing other stuff. And our strawberries are just starting to cook. I guess we are having a little workout today, making the maple glaze, but that's okay. I feel better now that the donut dough is made and that the garlic is roasting. Okay, our glaze. I need a bowl to mix this in. But then I also want a bowl for the Caesar salad. I'm rummaging, guys. Might have to do just a quick little wash. Washy wash. Luckily, that only had flour in it, so that just needs a rinse and a wipe. You're so sad you missed the tamale reveal. I know, I was like, Kenny's not back yet. They turned out so good, Kenny. At least I think they turned out really well. They needed just a little bit more masa, I think. Because on one side there was enough, like where I rolled it over, but the other side where I kind of folded it, the pork was kind of sticking out a bit, so that was my only kind of criticism for myself. And why don't we set a half-an-hour timer here so we don't forget about our garlic. That should be the timing that it takes to roast it. Yeah, homemade maple syrup. They just tapped their trees this year. Lemon, I think they're around 12 years old. And they got like liters upon liters out of these trees in such a short amount of time. And they ended up bottling it and sending us some, which I am so grateful for. Yeah, now I know, Kenny, for sure. Next time, I think it will be a lot easier. So let us put our icing sugar into the bowl here. And as you guys can see, the strawberries are just starting to cook. So, and I need to go grab a little bit more icing sugar since I only have about half the amount. You love touring sugar houses, yes. I know, I did one in Ontario when I was with Sammy, and it was so cool. Like, the stoves that they use are amazing. Here is our golden corn syrup. I'm gonna grab the maple syrup out. The scissor. See, this is how they labeled it. This book belongs to maple syrup. Just going to grab the icing sugar. Okay, my peeps, there is no more icing sugar, so we're gonna just do with what we got. I'll just make a smaller amount and roll with it. We're rolling with it. Classic Kate. Yeah, Betty's yelling because I stacked all the cookies into the fridge. There's like 6 or 7 trays, and like one is super precarious. If you open the fridge, it probably will fall out. Elvin, you're back. So I have a cup of icing sugar. Let's go. We need some corn syrup and maple syrup in here. And then we just want to mix it. And hope for the best, let's say that. So typically, cheap maple syrup is mixed with corn syrup like this. Because then they get the color and they don't have to cook the syrup down as much. It's kind of like a cheating way. Have I tried making my own with a good blender? Oh, like my own icing sugar. No, I haven't. That could probably work. Yum. And then this maple syrup that they made, they cooked it over a wood stove, so it actually tastes a little bit smoky from when they cooked it with the wood. Craziness. These strawberries smell really good already. Yum. And then we just need a pinch of salt. Good old sweet and salty mixture. How can you really go wrong? Whew. Okay, that pot's getting, or that bread thing is getting too hot. I'm gonna just move it up. It's not time to bake the dough. You made an easy dinner. Pasta with a sauce you made from leftover brisket. Oh man. You've done it in a pinch. Okay. Well, let's see how this turns out first. And I guess we'll go from there. It said you have to mix it for like 15 minutes. Probably until the sugars just come together. I don't know. Let's see. Should be able to do it by hand. Come at me, Alton. Canadian has not lived until they make love with maple syrup. I don't know about that, Steve. I've never taken it that far. Guys, do you think that this is gonna turn liquidy? Like, what is going on right now? Just like this ball of liquid chilling. And then the picture of the donuts that I posted in Discord, that glaze that I made, I used bacon fat to make the glaze. Like almost kind of a bacon caramel, I guess, instead of doing it this way. Like bacon fat and maple syrup cooked down. Unreal. Sleeping all weekend. Nice, Elvin. I don't like this. Searching up a new maple glaze. Because I feel like I just want to add a little bit of water to it. Checking out Sally's baking addiction. Yeah, there we go. 1/4 cup of butter, 1/2 cup of maple syrup, and 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. That makes way more sense. Totally gonna do that instead. Because I got a little pot here. Yeah, thanks a lot, Alton. Actually, it's my fault. I didn't have enough of the ingredients anyways. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance. The berries are looking really good. Just giving them a shake every now and then. So we want that to kind of reduce and thicken, right? And then that way they will break down as well. So melt the butter and the maple syrup together. Once it's melted, whisk in the confectioner's sugar. So we'll add a little bit more maple syrup then, and then just whisk this in. We're gonna do it. It's gonna work. So 1/4 cup of butter, which I have that already measured out from making cookies earlier. Yay for that. He ruins so much mystery in cooking. I love Alton. I would never bash him. He's done some amazing stuff. Okie dokes. And was it you, Elvin, that told me that he might be making another Good Eats? That would be unreal. I was gonna say, I just read you found Good Eats on Netflix. I was like, I've never seen that. Curry, make me a burger, woman. How about no? If you ask nicely though, maybe. I know you said it, Elvin. You've not done anything amazing. Yeah, you have. Just being in the world, Steve. That's enough. A friend of yours spent time with him at her cooking school? Johnson and Whale, yeah. I don't even want to know the prices of culinary schools like that. Like, even the Culinary Institute. Insane. Like, you already have to have money to just even go to culinary. So, like, you're pretty much set to open a restaurant afterwards. No one poor can get into those schools. Let's just say that. I'm gonna turn the berries down a bit. He did a teaser with his puppets indicating it's coming back. Yes. There you go, Curry. See, now we're getting somewhere. May you have a grilled burger by the great queen of maids. Sadly, I'm not making burgers today. But if you can find me on the day that I am, for sure. Okay, I'm glad I turned the strawberries down. But at the same time, this recipe, you were supposed to roast the strawberries to begin with. So I'm kind of not upset that they have a little bit of char on them. Roasted strawberry filling. And I think it's actually almost there. And I'm just using the whisk to break up the berries. And that way we don't have to blend them after or anything. I don't know if any of you have roasted strawberries before, but it is freaking awesome. Flavor-wise, at least. All those kind words for nothing, exactly, Curry. You fudged it up. There was a funny clip with Kenji Lopez out. Love him. He was cooking with Alton. That is proper though, Elvin. I would have done the same thing. I would have been like, what are you doing? Like, you just contaminated all this salt. Yeah, no, but stop it. It just gets more concentrated. Like, I guess a little bit nutty. Lemon from having that little bit of char. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's freaking great. So we turn this down to low, and you can see just how nice and thick it has gotten. And I think I'm going to turn it off real soon. Because as it cools, it's also going to thicken up. So keep that in mind. I think we're good. Looks so good. Thanks, Steve. You've got to try it. 100% lemon. Like roasted strawberries on vanilla ice cream. Probably really delicious. So you can see how nice and red and dark this got. That's pretty much when you know it's cooked enough. Is when it gets nice and dark like that. And then it gets kind of clear as well, compared to it being like a little bit cloudy earlier when it cooked. So that's just gonna cool now. And then we're gonna go over to the stovetop now because our butter is melted. We're gonna start whisking in our icing sugar and maple syrup. Woohoo! Yeah, super shiny. Steve's gonna be right over. Come on in, man. It's smelling too good in here. Like way too good. We're gonna switch to our whisk. And then this should whisk up to be really nice and smooth. almost made like a maple caramel at this point. I just hope that all of the butter will be incorporated. There we go. Yes, ma'am. Way better than what we were previously making. Yeah, the shine. That is very true, Lemon. The shine means the pectin has been drawn out, which means fruit has natural pectin in it. So you don't always just have to buy the pectin or the gelatin to make jam. So once it goes like shiny and more clear colored, that's how you know the pectin has been drawn out, and your jam will thicken after that. If you don't cook it long enough, it's not going to thicken up at all. Is Dad working upstairs? Yeah, he is. He has done all of the floor already, so he's like way over there now, so it shouldn't bother us too much anymore. Okay, so here is our glaze. Dun, 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 dun. Looks super good. Now we can just set that aside as well. We're crushing it. It feels good. So our donut stuff is pretty much done. All we have to do is cook up our bacon strips later. Yeah, if you don't cook it long enough, you'll be in a serious jam. Geki, you're hungry, but you don't know what you should cook. What kind of ingredients do you have laying around? Harold McGee raises the questions. Oh, man. Oh, Harold. Okay, next up. Let's make up some croutons. The cretins, how about that? I'm just gonna put this on the middle of the stovetop away from the other burners. And so for our croutons, oh, actually, pause. Let's do our chicken and get it sauced up. How about we don't leave that behind? Cretinous croutons. But for the croutons, I just pulled out some bread from the freezer that was laying around. So this is a focaccia that I made up a while ago, and then this is just a sourdough loaf. So we'll just cube those up later. But we need to do our chicken first. Our little bird. Yeah, we're getting too saucy. We're getting carried away. You just went grocery shopping, so pretty much everything. Okay, so what kind of proteins do you have to work with then? Unless you're vegetarian, I guess. Boop. Start with the foie gras terrine. You would, Alvin. You're bad. I'm going to say it. And guess what? We get to use some kitchen shears today. Chicken, pork loin, ground beef, bassa filet. Fish would be good. Please don't be vegan. We are terrible here. But I like it. Okay, what other stuff do you have to work with, Geki? What kind of starches? You got like potatoes or grains and vegetables. Tell me more, tell me more. Okay, so to spatchcock a chicken, all you need to do is cut out the backbone. Pretty much just follow this straight down where the little tail end is. And last time I did this with a cleaver, I think. But today we're just gonna use shears and literally just cut through the backbone. It's kind of savage, but this is really easy. And it's obviously easier for you guys to do it this way than to try and use a knife, because that can get a little bit dangerous trying to cut through all those bones. So here we go. Savage. One side already done. Like, how easy was that? Rice, penne, spaghetti, broccoli, tomato, carrots. Ooh, ramen. But you're hungry right now, so let's not make ramen. I know Elvin just made up a quick pasta. That's always a good go-to. And then if you want, you can save this for a stock. Totally up to you. I'm just gonna make sure that all of our innards here are taken off. It's not my favorite thing to do, if I'm honest. But we'll make do. And then I'm just gonna cut the tip of the breastbone right there. And it should flatten out. Boom. There you go. Sorry for all the nasty ass sounds, but it had to be done. Sometimes you can find chickens already done up like this. So if you don't want to do all the work, maybe even your butcher could do it for you. To be like, can you please spatchcock a chicken for me? And if they ask you what that is, please go to a different store. And that's all spatchcocking is, you guys. Is just cutting out the backbone and laying it flat like that. So it's time to season this up. I'm just gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna keep those wings tucked under as well, otherwise they will burn. What pairs well with rosé sauce? I would probably pick the chicken. And then what did you have for veg? You could do like broccoli on this side. Broccoli would still be good with rosé sauce. Okay, 20 minutes until we portion our donuts. This day is flying. Let's just sprinkle on some of our herbage and spices. Elvin, you are the worst. You're being so bad right now. Would mixing in diced cherry tomatoes in the rosé sauce be a bit overkill? No, I think that would be good, Geki. It'd add like a little bit of sweetness. So we're gonna start with the smoked paprika. Get a nice little coating. And then onto some granulated garlic. And I'm not doing a marinade on this because then we'd have to dry it all off anyways. So I'm just gonna do a dry rub instead. And that way it'll fry up really nice in the cast iron pan. That is the reasoning behind this today. And then just a little bit of dried oregano flakes. And these are all flavors that will go really good with Caesar salad. And then lastly, just some salt and pepper. And if you want, you can drizzle over a little bit of olive oil just to kind of get things soaking in. Then we'll give it a nice rub down. Would I recommend culinary school? I would. I think it's a great place to learn how to cook properly. And if you feel like you love it at that point, then carry on with a career in the industry. But if you don't enjoy culinary school, then I would not recommend trying to find a job afterwards. Because working in the industry is a heck of a lot harder than what you do at school. Okay, so just a little drizz of oil. I don't want too much. This chicken skin is already pretty fatty. I'm just gonna kind of rub that in, make sure everything sticks on. That looks super good. And chicken has been dressed. So we want the chicken to be room temperature when we go to cook it later on. And that way it'll cook really even as well. I think I'm just gonna leave it out because it's still really cold from being in the fridge. And we're gonna cook it in 45 minutes. That's our timer for our garlic. Steve, you love to cook, but you don't think you'll be able to do it as a career. Well, I don't know what kind of schools you have nearby, but the school that I went to, they actually did like continuing education courses where on the weekends some of the instructors would teach like small classes to people that wanted to learn special ways of cooking stuff. And that way you don't have to fully commit to like doing a career in it, and you can just choose what courses interest you and what you want to learn to cook. So there is that option as well. I am going to grab the garlic out. And be very careful when you do this, just because the ramekin is full of oil, so don't spill it. That's scary. And I'm thinking that's good to go. So I'm going to pull that out of the oil so it can cool off a little bit faster. And then we can move on to making our Caesar salad dressing. You've never heard of it? Yeah, you should have something in your area, Steve. I'm sure you have a couple colleges close by. And then we have some garlic oil here now, which I will just add to my other container of garlic oil. Yay! So let's check out our garlic. It's still super hot, so just be careful. I'm just gonna peel off the outside layers and see what we're working with. Oh yeah, she's perfect. Maybe a little too roasty. Can garlic be too roasty though? Like it's not burnt, just caramelized a little too much. Got hard. But we can get together the rest of our dressing ingredients while we wait for that to cool. Shouldn't take too long. So I need some capers out, Parmesan cheese, Dijon mustard, mayo, the site's having technical problems. Everything's going good here, Optrix. Thanks for checking in. And we have our lemon here. The U of S and Polytechnic are schools that might have that course. Yeah, I would say so. How do you make bread? Well, it depends on what kind of bread you're making, Bebo. All of the servers are down? No, Optrix. That's so sad. So I also grabbed out some hot sauce. Oh, that's what I forgot, is the mustard. We need that mustard. You have this silly garlic roaster, unitasker, but you love it. What? That is so cool. Just grabbing the Worcestershire. And then, as always, we're gonna make this dressing in a 2-cup container. I don't know what's going on, Optrix, honestly. But apparently I'm racist. I'm just gonna carry on and make some Caesar salad dressing though. So let's start with a cup of mayo in the bottom of this container. And then we will put in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. And this will give that nice kick that Caesar dressings have. There is only one race, the human race. That's a good one, Steve. Optrix, you would. A little bit of Worcestershire. Boop, like that. I said like 2 teaspoons if you really want that much. And a bit of hot sauce. Don't forget the elves. Oh yeah, Elvin. Don't forget Elvin. You're half megalodon. And then we'll put in, so I want to zest a little bit of this lemon that's whole still. Then we'll juice 1. We don't want too much lemon zest. Still want it to taste like Caesar dressing, not lemon dressing. We measure in boops. Yeah, they can lemon. So I'm cheating and just using mayo because that's pretty much the basis of Caesar dressing is you mix egg yolk with your add-ins. So your hot sauce, mustard, and whatever else you want to add into your dressing. And then you start to make your mayo by drizzling in oil. And then it's going to emulsify and make your Caesar dressing. So I'm just cheating by using mayo, but literally the same thing. The sauce making makes you miss your bartending days. Yes, Elvin. What we cooking? Dark Dragon. I am just currently making up some Caesar salad dressing. And we are making donuts today. Brick grilled chicken. Doing some craziness. So let's get our lemon juice in there. Has anyone here made Caesar dressing from scratch yet? It's pretty easy to do in a blender or with an immersion blender or a food processor even. The food processor is my favorite one. And yes, I am missing the anchovies, Optrix. I'm super sad. But someone suggested doing fish sauce, like a couple drops of it instead of the anchovy. I'm just kind of worried that it'll be too fishy. I don't think you're in the minority with the anchovies in the Caesar. You've done the Caesar from scratch? Yay, Alvin. Tit Beam, thank you for the follow. Soak the anchovy in milk. Yeah, and then the flavor is not as strong. That makes sense. We're just going to take out a couple of capers. I would like to do around a teaspoon and then just chop it up a little bit. You missed the breaking of the chicken. I haven't even cooked it yet, Shadow. So don't feel like you missed out at all. We are still all good. Tit Beam, how are you? You're crying. Yeah, I'm hoping the capers will give enough funk to make up for our lack of anchovies. Because they're salty and briny, just not as fishy. Your grandma used to make a pink salmon sauce. What? I've never heard of that, Steve. Okay, we're getting there. And then after we're done mixing this up, we're gonna move on to portioning our donuts so that we don't fall behind. I was so good with that chicken. Like, it was so easy. Just the sound of the bones, I guess, was not the best thing. So this is the Parm cheese. I'm just gonna grate a little bit to put into the dressing. Let's do fine grate. That way it'll mix in really easily. It was lost when she died. No one knows how to make it. Salmonella sauce. Love it. I'm sure it would be tasty though, Steve. I'm kind of imagining what you mean. It's like just a creamy salmon sauce. Probably be really good with pasta. Do we need all of that cheese in there? Yes. Yes, we do. And then I'll grate a little bit more to garnish the salad with after, too. Hi, Poshy. She heard the cheese grater and she's down here. What a dog. She knows all cooking sounds. Come here. Good girl. Okay, so now let's just start smashing our garlic into here. It was really good, Steve. I believe you, man. So you should be able to just kind of squeeze the cloves. So see what I mean where the outside ones got just a little too dark? Where that's really hard, and I know it's not gonna mix into the dressing. I'm just gonna squeeze out the soft roasted garlic. That's how you know you took it just a touch too far. Yeah, that's what I'm imagining, Lemon, is what he means by that. You use roasted garlic when you make your salsa? Oh, yum. Roasted garlic salsa for the win. I'm hoping that the inside cloves are a little less done. That way we don't have to waste as much. Yeah. We're definitely softer. That makes Kate happy. NVIDIA, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. I think I hear a wild Sammy upstairs. One of us. Yes, Dante. There's a moose on the loose. Love it, Death.
Oh, I made it.
That's a Sammy. Just washing my garlicky hands, guys. then it's donut time. You want Sammy to cook with us? I don't know what he's gonna do. Maybe he'll just chill. Okay, now we just gotta mix this all together and pray that it tastes delicious, which I'm sure it will. It looks on point, I will say that. Armored, thanks for the biddies. I'm just trying to like mash the garlic around a bit. Get it completely mixed in. Smearing roasted garlic all over your body, love it. Okay, taste test time. See how that looks? We might just have to add some salt and pepper. Definitely lemony. Why are you biting it?
I thought it was a stick of vegetables or something.
Sammy's trying to eat my spoon.
I thought it was a pepper.
How was it? It just means pepper. I don't know what happened to him in Vancouver. Now I'm choking. Because he made me laugh when I was eating something. Excuse me. Okay, we're good. Yeah, just trying to eat my tasting spoon. Like what? Did you not eat the whole time you were gone? That's plastic. You crazy. Okay, Caesar dressing. Crushed. Now we gotta roll out some donuts. I'm gonna put a couple things away as well. Gotta clear the area a bit. I must say though, I am missing the anchovy flavor in that. Not gonna lie to you guys on that one. Let's just move this completely over. Clearing the area, my peeps. Sammy left us. I don't know what he's doing. He probably has to unload a bunch of stuff that he picked up from IKEA. And I'm just gonna put my mixer away as well. She's taking up too much space. You're so used to seeing the cutting board. I know, it looks so empty. It's naked. We got some flour over here on my left. Let's grab our dough. Oh yeah. It looks good. I'd say that definitely like doubled in size. Pretty close. Triple digits today. Holy Gimp. If you look to your right, you'll see a wild Sammy. Yeah, just be careful. Watch out. So what the directions say is Roll out the dough to 3/8 of an inch thick. Cut out dough using a cutter. And then for the long johns, we need them 3 inches long by 1 inch wide. Let's just sprinkle some flour onto the counter now. And that way when we pour the dough out, it's not going to stick on. It looks quite sticky. Is IKEA a Canadian thing? I don't think so. Isn't it like Swedish or something? And then the only IKEA we have here is in Vancouver. There is none on the island. Look how nice and soft the dough looks, guys. But it is sticky. Like, that's not a very clean bowl. 38 Celsius. Insane. Straight insanity. Ah! The dough's trying to escape. Get back on there. Now it for sure stuck to this thing. Let's just do a little check underneath. I'm sure it's nicely floured. Collapse with your feet. I love that, Dante. Yeah. You clapped your hand too much yesterday. Overclapped. Holy. You guys see how I'm just like stretching this out? Maybe we don't even need to roll it. Sprinkle it a little bit more. It looks too sticky. No. This will be unreal. I think we're good. Just gonna wipe off my hands a bit. They're all doughed up. And I am terrible with measurements. So like what the F is 3/8 of an inch? Like I am not a measuring tape person. So I'm just gonna like eyeball this, I think. Betty's yelling at me. Did you guys hear that? Not quite half an inch, she says. No, Lemon. Okay, have a good weekend. And I'll see you next week. Thanks for everything, as always. Okay, so we're pretty much there. Alton was not lying when he said it makes like 20 donuts. Okay, Alton, you got us there, man. Donuts for the neighbors. I should become a drummer. I loved playing drums on Rock Band. So I would be down. Is she riding dirty? Greatest question ever. Yeah, Betty's still yelling at you, Steve. What did you do? Okay, so maybe we should cut the long johns first. I'm just gonna cut right on this counter. So, obviously it's not completely squared. Maybe I can square this off on one end. Like that. And that will be easier to cut our long johns. I think I'll do 6. We don't like people. It's true, Dante. What are fractions? I am terrible at math. It's true. Not going to deny that one. Why don't we just do this? There we go. Yay, Kate. Make sure it doesn't stick. Let's do one more row of those. Because maple and bacon. Yeah, I am so good at English, Armored. That was my strong suit by far. English and science. Not a math person. I'm just trying to make these really nice and even before I cut them a little bit further. That one's wanting to stick a bit. But don't stretch it out too much. And we'll probably get 3 out of each one. Make them a little bit smaller. But keep in mind that they are going to proof again, right? So they will get larger. Spatchcocked? What is that? What kind of science did I take? I loved biology. Chemistry was okay. It wasn't my favorite, that's for sure. I'm just gonna run behind here and grab my round cutter now. I think this little guy will be perfect. Yeah, they're like little pillows. It's so true. Gotta be really careful with it. Oh yeah, you took bio and chem too. That's so cool, Steve. Well, there we go. Oh, it didn't cut all the way through. Just give it a wiggle. And then it should loosen like that. And then obviously try to waste as little as possible when you're cutting. Those are some fat maple bars. You got it, Armored. I have major chemistry with my chef's knife. That's a different kind of chemistry. Honestly, if you guys think I'm gonna waste these little dough pieces, you're crazy. Those are still gonna get fried up. We'll just toss them with cinnamon and sugar, probably. Okay, one more in there. You usually re-roll the dough. See, I always find that it gets like too tough after. So I am totally game by just like balling this back up. I'm just like balling it together. Make little donut holes or something. Let's do that. But first I'll transfer those onto a sheet pan. I'm just gonna line it with parchment. And that way those can proof up first. Probably need 2 sheet pans. Ah, throwing things. Oh no. Parchment just rolled out everywhere. Do, 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 do. Timbits, yeah, only Canadians know that. Timbits are not as good anymore though. Like, not even close. They have gotten so shite, it's not even worth it. Oh no. See how sticky the dough is? Let's all just get along, little donuts. Yeah, that's why they're cheap now, it's true. They're just made crappy. So we definitely don't want these to stick onto the parchment. So if it feels like it's sticking underneath, I'm just gonna flip it over. And you probably don't want them to touch either. So there's our little donuts to be filled with jelly or just powdered. And that can just go onto this. And we are just going to cover it with a dish towel. And that way it won't dry out while it proofs for a second time. By the way, how's the lighting in here, guys? Is it still good? You've never seen the donut making process before? What about mini donuts at like a fair or something? Those are so much fun to watch being made. That's gonna be a fatty one. And I like it. The latest update. They've gone down at the venue. Too much powder being drawn across the whole thing. I love when that happens at conventions like that. Just like, who planned this out? Like, you didn't know that that was gonna happen. These are gonna be like little beignet things. Little beignet things. And that is good enough. We got 2 full trays of donuts. I don't think we need to consume any more than that. cover up this guy as well. And then our glaze should be done by now. Nicely cooled off. I guess maybe I shouldn't leave this one here because we're gonna have to start heating up our oil. So let's bring that back over. That guy's cooled off as well. Time for a little cleanup, and we're carrying on. So next up, we're gonna make our croutons. Yeah, the whole venue's just dark. Probably. Suckers. Nope. Get out of there. Do not. Don't do it. Posh. She's trying to be bad. Not having any of it. Her nose gets her into trouble. I'm sure you guys would know that. Okay, all cleaned up, ready to go. So first things for our crouton is we need to turn our oven back on to around 300 Fahrenheit. So it's low enough temp to dry out the bread as well as kind of brown it up at the same time. So most people think you should do croutons at a really high temperature, but that is not the case. Because then that's how you get really tough croutons, when you just toast the outside and don't dry out the bread. So we're gonna do it the right way. And typically this takes like 10 to 15 minutes if you're gonna do it from scratch. And while the oven's heating, I'm just gonna finish grating the parm for our salad garnish. Okay, we're gonna make a parm mountain. Try not to grate the plastic. That's a thing. I think that's enough. The abbreviation LMAO is censored? Wow. Seriously? Okay, ready for our mountain? Dun, 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 dun. Mountain o' cheese. Yeah, we definitely have enough cheese here now. There we go. Garnish is ready. It ain't easy being cheesy. You got that right, Albus. bringing the bread over. We still gotta fry up some bacon as well. But first, let us start to heat the oil. Let's do medium high to start. And we'll go from there. What do we got for time? 5. I'm gonna take my other bathroom break and then I'm gonna try and crush the rest of this. Okay, woohoo. I drank a coffee today, guys. That's why I keep going to the bathroom. It's the worst. Wonder what would happen if Posh ate all this syrup. She would be in big trouble. Oh, you know what we didn't think about, though? Was we need something to cook the croutons on. Alright, alright. Oh, there is one more sheet pan upstairs. It's a round one. First I'll chop these up and then I'll go grab it. Okay, we're not trying to undo that knot. We're going savage. That's a lot of people, yeah. And a lot of power. So I'm gonna go bite size here for the croutons. Maybe like 3/4 of an inch thick. Savage mode activated, and then we're just gonna slice that in half. Can even stack it. Save ourselves some time. And just cut little cubes. Thanks, Dante. Yeah, I actually made this focaccia. I was like, I'm not going to throw it out because I can definitely make croutons or breadcrumbs from it. Best focaccia I've ever made, by far. And then our sourdough loaf. Probably not going to use too much more of this, honestly. I would say we're probably good with that. Cook with Hannah. Thanks for the follow and welcome in. There's not as many people as yesterday. No, not even close. Not even close, Steve. That took me by surprise. No, Steve. When we first got raided from Raffi's, I had like 800 people watching. So I'm just gonna go grab that sheet pan and then we can carry on with the croutons. The last pan to rule them all. I'm gonna turn this light on. Oil's slowly heating up, we're good. Yeah, 800 polite people, it's true. Must stay awake, Elvin, do it. How was your dinner, Optrix, with your friend? I got it made. Not quite, man. Oh, but I did get an email today, so I get my first Twitch check this week after crushing it for 4 months. Finally getting to see some money from it, so that feels good. I mean, it's not much, but it's better than nothing. Let me just say that. Hannah, thanks for the 10 biddies. You're making some New York style cheesecake right now. Nice. Are you streaming as well? You went out for beer and wings. How can you go wrong with that? Okay, now that our crumbs are all gone, spice those up a little bit more. More olive oil. You're streaming right now. Baking using a pressure cooker. Crazy. That's something I've never actually used before. And then when you make croutons, guys, you can't be shy with the olive oil. That's how the best croutons are made, with like a ton of oil, because that's what helps crisp them up, right? And plus the fatty flavor. So don't be shy. And then I always like to season mine with some salt and pepper as well. Season all things. No problem, Hannah. Awesome that you came by and said, hey. I like it. I'm just gonna grind the salt on this because the other stuff is quite coarse. Yeah, I've never used a pressure cooker, Armored. See, guys, there's still firsts for me. We're just tossing our bread around. Get it evenly coated. And then, like I said, this will cook for around 10 to 20, let's say, minutes. And you want to make sure you only have one even layer of bread. Otherwise, it won't really toast. It will more like kind of steam if it's piled on itself. So those can go in the oven. You know a good Facebook page for them? Post it up, Armored. Do it up, man. Share all of the things with us. Ugh, I have the brick in the oven and it's starting to smell like dirt. But it is wrapped in foil. Let's do 10 minutes to start. We'll go from there. Donuts are looking good. But I need that space so I can fry bacon off. And then we should also probably start cooking the chicken. Should probably do that. So let's get the chicken cooking and then we can cook the bacon while that is cooking. You have a funny story? Go for it. Awesome, James. Thanks for the follow and welcome in. Aronia, you eat baked dirt as well. We are few and far between. Yay, that's good to know. Yeah, shout out Cook with Hannah. Thanks, Death. Go check her out. I've honestly never checked you out, Hannah. I feel bad. But I knew that you were a streamer, if that counts for anything. I think the chicken is going to fit in this pan. The only way to know is to go for it. So medium-high heat. And I'll do a little bit of vegetable oil in the bottom. Just enough to cover. No problem, Hannah. You went out drinking for St. Patty's Day. Okay, first, when you were in grad school, you lived with a Czech guy who was also in your same department. You went out drinking for St. Patty's Day. In the meantime, you're also living with a couple. Kate decided to cook dirt in the oven to sterilize it. What? When you got back from the bar, Misha thought that the casserole filled with dirt was a Czech dessert. Oh no, that's the worst optics. But hilarious story nonetheless, for sure. That's so bad. I am sad for him. You tried to warn him. Yeah, don't do it. It was too late. Okay, the amount of dishes that I have to do after stream today. Terrifying. Let me just say that. It's a win-win, pretty much. Hey, Autism Mama, how are you? Will's almost at 200. Soon, my peeps. Soon. You always ask your mod / hubby to do your dishes. Yeah. Sammy always fills the dishwasher for me and helps me out as well. It's great. I'm not alone in the process, but I just have a bunch of extra ones because I made some cookies. A lot of cookies, like over 100. But hey, that's a candy thermometer. Yeah, we're just heating up our oil so we can fry our donuts off. It's like a candy oil thermometer. Either or work good. Yeah, worms and dirt. So classic. Makes me want to make some right now. Dishes are the worst part about cooking. Aronia, we're making donuts. We are making donuts today. Our pan is looking pretty much good to go here. It's just starting to smoke. So I'm going to put the chicken in skin side down, obviously. Trying to nestle it in there. It like just fits. And we'll let that crisp up really nice. You thought the oil was syrup? What, Dante? That would be a lot of syrup. Okay, sounds good, Armored. That's not going to stop us if there's interest. Evil Santa, welcome in. Yeah, there is some cooking streamers on Twitch. So if you love food, welcome to the squad. Let that slow cook. Honestly, guys, I'm really hoping we have enough time for everything today. It's already 10 after 5, but I think we'll be good. I'm gonna start to chop up some bacon for the donuts while our chicken is frying. You've even watched robot competitions on Twitch? That's cool. So here's the bacon I'm using. Fletcher's Alderwood smoked. And I got this from Costco. It is one of my favorite bacons to buy from the store. You managed to make some mac and cheese with courgette and chicken, somehow without a recipe or anything in the fridge. Love it, Evil Santa. I am proud of you right now. Oh. That's what cooking's all about, is just being creative. Bacon makes the world better. 100%. Let me just check this. Okay, I don't want to brown it too much just yet. Let's flip over the other side. We'll cook it a little bit like that because we still have the croutons in the oven. And I think I'm just going to cover that and kind of steam it until we have space in the oven, and then I'll flip it back over onto the skin side, and then we'll put the brick on top, and then that will hold it down and make the skin super crispy. Let's just turn it to medium heat. Okay, we're at 225. We have a little bit more to go. You might make whatever I'm doing. That's so cool, Santa. Yeah, I post all of my recipes on Discord. So thank you for the follow. I'll just put that link there for you. It's true, Optrix. You tried to stray away, but you are still stuck here with us. Steve, where is Trist? He had some issues with some people in chat, but he's still here. He's just into lurk mode. And I am okay with that. There's just like a little bit of bad blood, and I have honestly no idea what really happened. But he's still here. He's just staying low just so he doesn't start drama. Kind of sad, honestly. Because I really liked when he was interactive. Sucks when somebody ruins it for everyone. And I have no idea who did it, and I'm not about to start investigating because I don't have time for that shit. We're all adults here, so we should treat each other with respect. I need to try making Polish food. Well, you don't even know this, but I am half Polish, so yeah, that could be a thing. That's our timer for the croutons. So we're dicing up the bacon for both the Caesar salad and the donuts. And we'll just fry it all together and portion it accordingly. Let's check out the croutons. Was it you, Steve? No. Bigos, yum. Yeah, just steal my recipes. Honestly, I probably wouldn't care. The bread is just starting to dry out. I think I'm just gonna put it underneath. Bump up the heat to 400. And then that way we can put the chicken in as well. So let's open this up. What kind of craziness is going on? And we'll flip it over. You made some golabki earlier. See, I don't know what that is, but I've definitely made cabbage rolls before. Yum. That browned up super nice. Now that it's shrunk a bit, it fits a lot better. Actually, I'm going to use these tongs to grab the brick out. Maybe I'll just use a towel. You guys good? Are you following me? Everything that's going on right now? Get ready for the sizzle. So here's our brick, wrapped in tin foil. We're just going to put that on top of the chicken. And it's going to weigh it down. You're going to get an amazingly crispy skin. So let's do another 10 minutes on the timer. Then our croutons should be done by that point. And now we can start to heat up our pan for the bacon. Your mom makes the best cabbage rolls. That's what everyone says, Steve. My mom makes the best cabbage rolls. Putting a brick on chicken. Yeah, I actually learned that in culinary school. It's craziness. I guess we can keep that burner on though and heat up our bacon pan. And then we're almost ready to fry. Once I get the bacon in frying, we'll be good. Def, no, my mom does. Your babcha? No, my baba does. We can go back and forth with this forever. We have crazy stuff going on, Sammy.
Yeah.
What is golabki? Can someone explain that to me? I don't know what that one is. And I'm intrigued. Just finishing chopping up the bacon. Just cutting it into 1-inch thick pieces. It's basically cabbage rolls. Just Polish. Okay. All these different names that I don't know, I guess. Oh, man. My peeps. So I'm just going to scrape the bacon into the pan. It's okay if it's a little bit cold, which I guess it's not. Alrighty then. I'm just gonna use the tongs from the chicken. Everything's getting cooked anyways. now things are going. We got 40 minutes left in stream. So I'm going to start frying the donuts ASAP. And then the last thing we have to do is just cut up our romaine for our Caesar salad. I just looked at the maple glaze. It is hard as a rock. So let's just put that back here so it can soften up a bit. And then just got our salad bowl out, so that is ready. Whenever we get a chance in between frying, maybe the oil will go down in temp. Then we will cut our romaine and carry on. Yeah, there we go. Mama makes a good cabbage roll. Okay, oil needs to calm down a bit. Are you guys ready? Let's start with the Long Johns first. It's like I lost my little rack. But it's here. So after the donuts are fried, I'm just gonna put them on this rack on the sheet pan so that they cool off pretty quick. When did I cut the chicken? I did that earlier in stream. Long John Silver's. We need our handy dandy spider. Ready, guys? So he says 1 to 2 minutes aside. Oh my God. Should I do one more? Yeah, I'll put one more in. Holy, look at that guy's blowing up. Donuts are exploding. I'm gonna try and pop that bubble. Healthy Fridays. Oh man. Golden brown and delicious. Look at those babies puff up. Woohoo! I think the croutons are done. I'm being paranoid about them because I don't want them to burn at all. Yeah, they're nice. They're just starting to turn golden brown. Oh, as I drop it on the floor. Okay, so our other side is nicely browned. It's when you know you're good. And those are just going to be taken out. These are the best donuts I've ever made. Making donuts for the whole world. I'll go grab our rounds. And we can move on to those. Yeah, every mom makes the best. It's true. It's true. Okay, so the oil didn't even drop in temp, which is awesome. So those are the last 3 Long Johns. super excited to see the round ones blow up. So good. Evil Santa, I am gonna get you. No, my mom's better. Okay, I'm gonna turn this glaze on to super low. Cause she be thick. That's a good donut recipe. I don't know if you guys can see how fat they are. Then you inject them with cream filling. Yeah, I only made strawberry Optrix. Spring rolls, yes! I'm pumped for you, Evil Santa. I think you're gonna love our Discord. Then we have a couple seconds until our timer goes off for us to check the chicken.
Chicken.
Sammy,
Holy.
see? We made donuts for the world. Okay, chicken, time to meet your maker. You just need to get better at filleting fish. Yeah, that's a tough one, but practice is the only way to really get better at that. Steve says, sup, Sammy?
What's up, Steve?
Steve! I have ran out of cloths. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, chicken. And then there's those. Okay, I don't want the oil to get too hot here. So you just want to make sure it's not burning on the skin side. Check it. Hey Rush, how are you? I'm doing good, man. It's been a crazy busy stream. I don't know why I do this myself. So obviously the brick is hot. So just be careful. It's hot and heavy. How you guys like that? Oh yeah. So it's not burning at all, so I'm just gonna put it back on. It still looks the exact same as when we put it in. And we'll keep cooking this guy. But it definitely should be done by the end of the stream. What is worse than dropping a hot brick on your foot? Yeah, I don't know. But that's why I'm wearing my kitchen shoes. Let's go. I'm starting to smell the maple glaze. 2 hot bricks. Okay, it is softening up. And then we took all of the water out of this, so now it's gonna start to brown. Just gonna break it up a bit. But check it. First you guys gotta check this out. What? So good. Thomas is having his grizzly hour. Sad. Thomas, why are you doing that to Rush? Come on, man. Thought you knew better. Oh, let's drop more of our round donuts in. It's true, Aronia. I don't know how that situation could happen, but let's just hope it never does. We're getting there. Hey, Hollow, how are you? You sent your spring rolls on the Discord. Okay, I'm gonna check it right now. Checking it out. Is it on food photos? Yum! Those look delicious. I love spring rolls. Like, they have to be homemade though. Otherwise, why even bother? Okay, that was a couple of minutes. Let's flip them. Get the other side. I think I could be a donut maker. This has been very calming so far. Tuna spring rolls, what? Sammy just gave me a beer. This looks awesome. Salted watermelon sour. Thanks, Sammy. Are we sharing it?
No, that's my beer. I'm letting you try it.
Oh, I think I have one in the fridge here for me then.
I think so, yeah.
Mom gave me one of these. Ghost style kettle sour brewed with
Okay,
coriander, sea salt, and citra hops.
You have your own fridge.
Mmm. That's tart. Get out, Goggle. You're gonna get injured. Boom.
That's some dog nuts though.
Yeah, see, even Sammy calls them dog nuts. We have 3 left. The bacon is spitting at me. How about you don't? The donuts are like little clouds. Watermelon is so good. Oh yeah, Optrix. You would hate this beer. There's not a huge watermelon flavor though. It's more sour than anything. You hate raisins and grapes? Am I gonna glaze them? Yeah, Steve. We just have to let them cool before we glaze. Otherwise it'll just fall right off. One little stir-y here. Browning up nicely though. So I'm just going to turn this off now that it's softened. And that way it'll just stay warm for us to glaze. Then we'll get a flipper here. And I'm just going to take a quick photo of these while they're frying because Instagram. You guys know this. Gotta do it for the gram. Hey Eric, how are you? Like they're puffing up so much, it's not even in the oil. Insanity. Okay, I think that's good. Now we can turn that off. We are donezo with that. Maybe I should leave the tongs here for glazing. That's just moved off and it can cool down. One more Sturzy on the bacon. Gotta fry it low and slow. Unless it has seeds that you can spit at high velocity, you wouldn't drink the beer. It's super sour and refreshing. Donuts make you go nuts? Yes, me too. Just grabbing the romaine out of the fridge, guys. You didn't know Supermodel's grilled chicken? Thanks. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, it's super smooth. I like it. So we're going down. We're gonna chop up our lettuce for our Caesar salad. Okay, that's just going low and slow, and I am okay with that. So first thing here is you want to just cut off the end. And then I always go to the top, and it's usually some like dark pieces that are wilted. I'm just gonna trim those off first before we chop it up. Yeah, your healthy diet has no place here today, Eric. Then go in half with that guy. And just flip it, cut side down. I like hot girls. Thanks for the follow. This is your favorite salad. I do love Caesar salad as well. Watch our bacon to make sure it doesn't brown too much. We're pretty much there on this stuff. And we'll take it out of the pan. Put it into some paper towel, soak up some of that grease. Okay, let's chop this. I like to go like 3/4 of an inch thickness for my romaine. Otherwise I find it's just too big to eat. Lettuce brutality should be banned. Yeah, watch out. E. coli romaine? What? I think that only happens with spinach. Salad balances out the donuts. That's what I was thinking. And for the beer, well, it's just beer. Yeah, you better get one, Optrix. Okay, so when the bacon starts to foam like this, that's how I know it's done. Bam. there is that loveliness. I think the chicken is done, guys. Just move this over here. I'm gonna take it out, have a peek. Because the chicken can rest while we cut the romaine. But what we don't want to do is overcook our chicken and have it dry. Guys, hear that sizzle? Yeah, Aronia's off for the weekend. Bye! Is that bacon salad? Yep. Oh, was there actually? Dang. Ugh. Hey, I see some juices. Check it. Look at that skin. So I'm gonna temp that. Both the breast and the thigh, or the leg, and see where we're at. But it feels like it's done, so we can just let it rest for around 10 minutes before we carve it. I'm looking for something around 150 Fahrenheit here. All right, Resh. Have a good one, man. I will see you on Monday for sure. Enjoy your weekend at work. Okay, perfect. The breast is at 150. And then for the chicken leg, the same. Pumped. That worked out well. Really, really well. Stinky Pinky Winky. What? I've never seen you in here. Time to spam Discord with your Polish stew. Okay. Things are coming together. Let's finish cutting the lettuce and then we'll glaze a donut. We will fill a donut. And then we will taste test all things. What is that command? Me? Okay. Blaze a donut. Let's blaze a donut. Optrix, where is your head at? You can't blaze a donut. Yes, you heard it here first. Or can you?
You blaze while you eat a donut.
$4.20 donut. Exactly. Should have put some special butter into that maple glaze then. But then I definitely wouldn't have been able to make cookies tonight. Let's just say that. 420 glaze it. There you go. Okay, here's our big thing of romaine. Done, dun, dun, dun. in my belly. Okay, let's do these two. So we need our bacon. Our awesome maple glaze. That's for the Long John. So let's just dip it now. Let's do it. Evil Santa, help! Help! It should stick on no problem. Ooh. Okay, maybe she's a little bit thick. Just gonna rub some off on the side, but hello. Hello, beautiful. So we'll just put that there. Bacon strips. And bacon strips. Okay. Okie dokie. Here's our little donut. Suck it. Can you come over and eat them? Okay, if you can find me Evil Santa, by all means. Because there is more than enough here. Elvin, you are staying awake. Just look at the donut. The deadly, deadly donut. Okay, here's our strawberry filling. How are we going to go about this? I'm gonna grab my piping bag. And just a plain tip. And because my filling is pretty chunky, I'm gonna go with a tip that's like quite large. Okay, stay awake. Just wait for my strawberry filled donut and then you're good to go. You have to stay. Yes, Aronia. The arteries are hardening. We don't always eat for health. Sometimes you gotta eat for happiness too. Just tried the filling. Tastes like the greatest jam ever. Is that bacon on it? Yeah, it is. You've never seen bacon donuts? Man, what is with this world? It must be a Canadian thing. Viyun, yeah, you are still here. Okay, trying to not let the filling drop on the floor because I am short for space here. Ready, my peeps? See, the strawberry would be really good with the bacon too. That is a fact. I like where your head's at. So I didn't put all of the strawberry jelly in here. We're just gonna do a quick one. No bacon donuts in LA. Maybe you just haven't found them yet, Eric. So I find that hard to believe. Okay, our jam is there. And so we're just gonna go in through the side of the donut. There you go. You should feel it poke through. And you just squeeze out some filling into there. And I don't have too much of the strawberry filling, so I'm not going to completely fill that because I can probably fill the whole thing with it. Just kind of shake it around. And then it should not come back out of the hole when it's like that. But if you blitz up your strawberry filling, you can use a smaller piping tip so your hole is not as big. And I am not going to cover this in sugar or anything like that. I don't like super sweet donuts. So that is all I'm saying. And I'm just going to put those on a plate, take a photo of them, and then we will taste test. And the sun is definitely going down here. The lighting is shite. I'm getting cheap, Steve. No, we definitely used enough sugar today. It's okay, Optrix. I've never seen your mind in the gutter, so I am totally okay with it. A leaking donut. There's nothing more to it. It's just a leaking donut. Yum. So pumped. Dessert before dinner, always. Sushi stream was dirty enough. What did they do today? I probably don't even want to know. Okay, ready? Ready, Freddy? Put this back on. We can turn our oven off. We're going into the maple bacon first. My head's a little bit cut off. When am I cooking next? So I take Saturday, Sundays off, but I stream Monday to Friday every week. Ask him how his soup was. Okay, if I pop in, I for sure will. We're going in. Look at the pockets in there. That is so good. I haven't had a donut like this in so long. Like, it's not heavy. It's nice and light. Oh, it is already Saturday for you. Okay, I need another bite. It was too good. It's so holy. Insert the banana into the donut. It's like an Elvis donut. We might as well just put some peanut butter in there too. I gotta give Sammy a bite.
Okay.
What?
I'm pretty full right now.
Oh yeah. Sammy ate the buffet on the ferry. It looks so good, I wanna die. Okay, we're going into the strawberry one. Filling is perfect. I honestly think I want to do that, Elvin, eventually. I want to convert this entire space that Sam and I are living in into like a commissary or a cooking school. Because we still have the whole other side of the basement where we can live in. But I think that's like a long-term goal for sure. Maybe I can cook some Polish food? Yes. Yes, let's do it. Okay, those donuts are unreal. Super happy with how that turned out. Let's get on to plating our Caesar salad and the chicken. There is shit everywhere in here right now.
Yeah.
But it's all good shit. all good. Let's do this. You don't need much space. Just rent a 10 by 10 spot. I am down. You would come for a week? Steve, do it. I already told you that. Okay, so you want a good handful of romaine. Maybe we should toss it first. It's always a toss-up whether you should toss your dressing or drizzle it on. Slim pickings for the bowls here as well. So we're gonna use this yellow guy. Sanitation issue, where? You could rent a kitchen and live in it if you wanted to. That's pretty cool. Eric, you would say that. Okay, so we're just gonna drizzle on some of our Caesar. Let's not go too heavy. We might have gone too heavy already. We took it too far. Don't even be sorry. I knew someone was gonna say it. Gotta buff it out. StarCraft stream is almost live. Okay, I'll hurry up then. It's been over an hour? I've done a lot of stuff in an hour then, hey? Oh, yeah. That's a saucy salad. And when you're plating salads, always try and pile it as high as you can. Gotta build that height. Make it impossible to eat, pretty much. Yeah, just wait for the croutons, it's true. Like right now. You want a good handful since we don't have too much other starch except the donuts. We're keeping it light with the salad. Okay, maybe I'm gonna take a couple out. That's good. Some bacon strips. You've pretty much mastered making spaghetti. I like it. Crunchy bacon bits, homemade. And then our mountain of cheese. Thanks, Evil. Maybe a bit more. If you can see the salad, there's not enough cheese. And now our chicken. Just gonna move that away for a second so I can bring the chicken over and I can carve it. Look how good that looks, guys. Skin is like perfectly browned up. All I need is breadsticks. You think I even need breadsticks still? And how much carbs do we need? It's insane. Those chicken juices, though. Breadsticks are a weapon. That's an IG. Oh yeah, I should probably take a photo of it before I destruct it every time. Sometimes I forget. Let's try this side. Well, I'm gonna do the chicken breast, I think. Look how easy that chicken leg is just pulling off. It's perfectly cooked. If you can pull your chicken apart like this, you know you did good. We did good, guys. Cut through the breastbone. We should be able to just pull it off like that. Whew, that's hot. Hot, hot, hot. I don't want to mess up the skin too much either. Like that. No. Get back on there. What do you think you're doing? Okay, there we go. So yeah, there's still a little bit of meat on there, but I'm totally gonna pick it off. But yeah, this looks great. Super juicy still. I mean, that's all you really should care about. And then we're just gonna slice it to go on top of the salad. The poor chicken, Steve. Yeah, there's lots of poor chickens out there. But it's gonna be scrumptious. So now all we gotta do is just drape that over our salad. Kind of fan it out so it goes all the way across. You can see the skin and the flesh. You guys know the drill. Yeah, this is non-vegan meat. There we go. Chicken Caesar. How can you go wrong with that? Yeah, the chicken died for our salad needs. Okay, photo, and then we'll taste. It's acceptable for casualties. Okay, we're going in. Going in. Finally. starting with the salad, of course. Get a crouton. Let's get a piece of bacon. Mmm. For sure, Aronia. By the way, that crouton, you can hear the crunch. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. The bacon with the parm is so good. Like, how do you beat that combo? Bacon and cheese. I'm going in with the little end piece of chicken. Give me some, mate. Mm-hmm. The rub on the chicken is really, really nice. It's not overpowering. Like, you can't even really taste the paprika or the oregano in it, or even the garlic for that matter, because there is garlic in the Caesar dressing, which will take over from that. But the salt level is perfect on the chicken. You don't want to over salt that when you're putting it with Caesar salad, just because Caesar salad is salty to begin with. Rocky would agree. Yes, Death. Just put it back. The bacteria just disappears. Thanks, Bachelor. But this is honestly one of my favorite meals. I love chicken Caesar salads. Such a good go-to. And it doesn't have to take you this long to make it, just so you guys know. I just believe in teaching people how to make everything from scratch. And then I'll show you some shortcuts along the way too. Okay, that is it for today, guys. That was such a busy one. Ask a vegan to choose between their life or animals. Yeah. Okay, bye, Optrix. I'm so happy that you actually got to see most of the stream today. Hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you on Monday, I'm sure. Let's see if anyone is on. Yes, Sushi Day. What? Yeah, they already know. Let's go into Sushi Day. It's been forever. They're doing Vietnamese donuts. Love it. Peace out. I want a donut. Yeah, let's go, guys. Thanks for all the love. And for everyone who's subbed, the contest starts today. I'm going to post it in chat to win one of these lovely embroidered aprons. So anyone that subs in June will be entered into the contest, and then at the end of the month, we'll draw names. Okay, we're going to raid Sushi Day. Have a good one, my peeps. Death, I want one. Yeah, I knew you guys would be all over that. And I'm so happy that my apron guy is super generous like that, so we can give it away. Have a good one.